My friends, Democratic Maryland Congressman Elijah Cummings has said publicly that the Democrats were responsible for giving blacks the right to vote. One little problem. Passage of the 15th Amendment, that's the right to vote, was accomplished by 141 Republicans who voted yes, 0 Republicans voted no. On the other side of the aisle, 0 Republicans voted yes, 39 voted no, and 7 Democrats refused to vote. In other words, Elijah Cummings is just another ignorant, lying Democrat asswipe who thinks African Americans are too ignorant to know the truth or too stupid to use Google. My name is Howard Riell, and this is Riell Truth. You're listening to the American Freedom Network, streaming live around the world at AmericanNewsNet.com and on Facebook and YouTube and Tumblr and at Twitter, hashtag Howard Riell, and on my website, RiellTruth.com. And the book Riell Truth, Stay Angry, guys, you remember that book, especially with Christmas coming up. And, of course, as always, broadcasting out across the Colorado Front Range on KHNC, Johnstown, Colorado, 1360 AM The Lion. Our call-in number is 877-254-7524. My friends, I wasn't kidding. Riell Truth, Stay Angry, 500 some odd pages of a conspiratorial truth. It will tell you what's happened in this country, what is happening, and what will happen in this country, who's got the real power, who's having the wool pulled over their eyes. It's great stuff. I'd say that even if I didn't write it, but of course I did. You should get it. It's a great stocking stuff. For me, I don't wear stockings. Item from the DrudgeReport.com. CNN President Jeff Zucker is actively pursuing Fox star Megyn Kelly to anchor an 8 or 9 p.m. show on his network, the Drudge Report has learned, and Kelly might just say yes, unquote. My friends, why is this an important news item? I'll tell you. It's not. Megyn Kelly is full of herself. She thinks she's some kind of starlet. She's not. She thinks she's a journalist. She's not. She never stopped carping at Trump and pushing Hillary Clinton. She is a lousy excuse for a journalist. She's been advertising her book on her show for weeks, which turns my stomach. And the book will probably sell well, even though there's really doesn't sound to me like there's very much in it for a thinking person. In short, Megyn Kelly is welcome to go elsewhere. I just assume she were no longer on Fox News. I like to think the people on Fox News are giving us truth. It's Thursday. This is Riell Truth, and we'll be right back.
Article 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the places to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. 24-hour Walmart Supercenter South Longmont reminds us no one anywhere is more noble, righteous, selfless, or courageous than our United States Armed Forces. These brave men and women and their families foot the bill for our freedom every day. We can show we appreciate their sacrifice. Send the military care package today and let them know that they are now and always will be in our thoughts and prayers. This message is from 24-hour Walmart Supercenter South on East Ken Pratt Boulevard in Longmont. On the air for our troops. If catastrophe struck, would your family be prepared? Are you confident you wouldn't react in a panic? Is there one place to get all of your emergency supplies? Vera Survival encourages you to have confidence through preparation, not panic through crisis. Vera Survival, located at 3366 South Broadway, is a professional, reputable, full-service business providing quality, realistic preparedness supplies at an affordable price. Go online, stop by, or call 303-781-0343. Vera Survival.
All right, guys, listen to me. How great is it to have a politician who keeps his promises? Well, I'll tell you what's better. A politician who keeps his promises before he even is sworn into office. That is the minor miracle that Donald Trump accomplished today. He held a press conference just a little while ago in Indiana, Carrier air conditioners. He talked about them all throughout the primaries. He said they're not going to take their jobs outside the United States to Mexico. We're going to keep them here. Today, he accomplished that. 1,100 Americans have jobs today because of Donald Trump and because he's a righteous guy. Now, this is a historic moment, my friends. It really, really is. It's not hyperbole. A president who actually wants what's best for the American people and keeps his promises. When the hell did we have that last? So I'm going to give you a double dose of coverage of this press conference. We're going to start with Indiana Governor, Vice President-elect Mike Pence. And then on the next segment, I'm going to give you Donald Trump himself speaking in Indiana. Here's Mike Pence. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. You're free to go to YouTube and watch the rest of this video. When we come back in the next segment, I'll play Donald Trump speaking right there at Carrier. It really is a minor miracle, and I'm so glad that Donald Trump won. Because my God, can you imagine if Hillary Clinton had, God forbid, won? Carrier's jobs would be gone. Other companies would be fleeing. Our taxes would be going up. Thank God America came to its senses. Oh, when we come back, I've got news about Trump. I've got news about the Democrats. Democrats are now getting angry at Hillary. I didn't think they had enough IQ points to rub together to start a fire. Apparently they do. We're going to be talking about EPA rules on heavy trucks and why they're draining the life out of America. We're going to be talking about the socialist utopia, heaven on earth in Venezuela. And I want a special shout out to all the deadheads, all the dingbats and wingnuts who were ready to vote for Bernie Sanders. This is going to be what I'll tell you about. This is going to be what socialism gets you. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more Real Truth.
Now this is the testimony of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who are you?" He confessed and did not deny, but confessed, "I am not the Messiah." And they asked him, "What then? Are you Elijah?" He said, "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" And he answered, "No." The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 19 through 21. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Piccolo's restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play, and if you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's restaurant in Denver is not only the best Italian and Mexican cuisine, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-757-5166. 303-757-5166. Piccolo. Census, the uniformed people in Greeley, civil police, firefighters, EMTs, and 9/11 dispatch in our community. We thank them for doing a great job keeping our area a better place to live, shop, and raise a family. We realize their job is dangerous and sometimes thankless. This message is from Census, the uniformed people in Greeley. Call 352-2233. They're on the air because they care. Named one of the most admired outsourcing companies in America. Census, the uniformed people in Greeley.
All right, guys, welcome back. As promised, here is Donald Trump speaking just less than an hour ago in Indiana, press conference at Carrier Air Conditioning. A great victory for Indiana, for Carrier Air Conditioners, a great victory for America. And I mean that sincerely. Here he is, Donald Trump.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love that red hat. Thank you very much. I want to thank all of the dignitaries that are with me. Governor-elect.
My friends, this is what it sounds like when history changes course. This is what happens when we go from an America sliding into the abyss to an America that slams on the brakes and says, no, we won't recede into the shadows of history. We've got a bright future, and we owe it to our people to achieve that future. That's what it sounds like. Is anybody in my listening audience pathetically stupid enough to think that this would have happened under a Hillary Clinton? This is what leadership sounds like. This is what the future sounds like. Get used to it. It's going to be a good one. Item from the Sacramento Bee. Facing Donald Trump's imminent entrance to the Oval Office, the once outlandish idea of secession doesn't seem so crazy anymore to some Californians. But the Golden State's path to independence is blocked with financial and political hurdles. Stop. My friends, I humbly request of the Almighty, clear the hurdles and the obstacles preventing California from seceding. America doesn't want it anymore. It's so screwed up, so mired in debt and political correctness and liberalism. It's like our own Chernobyl. Cut it loose. Let it go. Item from the Hill. Democrat donors, stung by Hillary Clinton's upset loss in the presidential race, feel like they just set their money on fire. The sore feelings are a huge problem for the Democrat National Committee, trying to rebuild its image and reinvigorate a defeated party in time for challenging midterm elections in 2018. Stop. To all the people who donated money to Hillary Clinton and now feel that their money was somehow wasted, consider it a stupidity tax. Consider it a learning experience. If you were brainless enough to want Hillary, and then additionally brainless enough to support Hillary financially, you deserve every loss that you took. Item from the Washington Examiner. A new implementation of EPA rules on heavy trucks has boosted the 10-year regulatory burden on America past $1 trillion, 75% of which have been imposed by the Obama administration. Stop! Just another example of the cancer that the Obama presidency has been on American business, on the American people, and as a result, on the world economy. Barack Obama has been leukemia. He's been plague for the United States of America. Thank God he's going. Not a moment too soon. We're going to take a break now. We're going to come back. I got news about, let's see. The liberal utopia in Venezuela. We're going to hear all about how lovely it is. Start packing, because I know after you hear this item, you're going to want to move there. More Riell Truth ahead.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution.
Elizabeth Locker, Planet Elizabeth, reminds our listeners that the drug problem is well documented. We know our kids will be approached at early ages. We want to applaud the youngsters in our community who have had the strength to say no to drugs. They provide examples to their peers and families to be the best they can be. That's from Elizabeth Locker, Planet, located at 366 Grant Street in Elizabeth, serving our area since 1943 and specializing in naturalized aged beef and pork and complete custom processing. Call 303-688-2240. That's 303-688-2240. If catastrophe struck, would your family be prepared? Are you confident you wouldn't react in a panic?
your emergency supplies? Ferris Survival encourages you to have confidence through preparation, not panic through crisis. Ferris Survival, located at 3366 South Broadway, is a professional, reputable, full-service business providing quality, realistic preparedness supplies at an affordable price. Go online, stop by, or call 303-781-0343. Ferris Survival. 24-hour Walmart Supercenter South Longmont reminds us no one anywhere is more noble, righteous, selfless, or courageous than our United States Armed Forces. These brave men and women and their families foot the bill for our freedom every day. We can show we appreciate their sacrifice. Send the military care package today and let them know that they are now and always will be in our thoughts and prayers. This message is from 24-hour Walmart Supercenter South on East Ken Pratt Boulevard in Longmont. On the air for our troops. The Patriot Trading Group is a different kind of gold and silver company, cleaning up the industry for 21 years. Are you tired of the high-pressure sales tactics, the constant phone calls? Are you done with the bait and switch? You just want to be treated fairly with honesty and respect? That's exactly what you get when you call 800-951-0592. You have my word on it. I'm Joe Jigwin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group. Check us out online at allamericangold.com.
All right, guys, we're back. I told you we'd be back, and we're back. Leanne McAdoo and Margaret Howell at InfoWars talking about how desperate the mainstream media has become in the wake of Donald Trump's victory. They really have disgraced themselves. Let's listen to the ladies talk about it. My friends, it all goes back to the truth that I've told on the show many times. Liberals are children, and not smart children. That's why they can't innovate, they can't think, they can't change. All they can do is what they've always done. Item from medicalexpress.com. Plumber Freddie Herrera broke his leg in 4 places when he crashed his motorbike 9 months ago, but his real trouble started when he got to the hospital. The doctors fixed the leg. Then they had to operate 13 times more to cut out infections caught in the stinking hospital where he languishes. With open rubbish bins, flies in the corridors, rotting corpses stacked in the morgue, this hospital, public hospital in the Coche district of Caracas, Venezuela, could be the set of a horror movie. But it's all too real. The dirty, miserable human face of Venezuela's economic and political crisis. There aren't many doctors here, just 18, for a community of 150,000 people. Medics warn harmful bacteria has grown to resist the few antibiotics that are available. Unquote. My friends, this is the socialist horror that you would have inflicted on the United States of America and its citizens if you were one of those people who were absolutely stupid enough, brain dead enough, ignorant enough, and naive enough to have voted for Bernie Sanders. Good job, guys. Item from the Wall Street Journal. Stock markets have been surging since Election Day as investors look forward to lower taxes and less regulation under President-elect Donald Trump. A new survey due out later today suggests small business owners have also become more optimistic since November 8th. The National Federation of Independent Business monthly employment survey for November will show that owners of small firms are preparing for a better future. Quote, a seasonally adjusted net 15% to create new jobs, up 5 points from October, and the strongest reading in the recovery, NFIB Chief Economist William Dunkelberg says. Not seasonally adjusted, 17% plan to increase employment at their firms, that's up 3 points, and 9% plan reductions, down 1 point. He adds. In other words, the economy is already getting better. Donald Trump hasn't been sworn in, hasn't moved to Washington, D.C., still is not a politician. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
I'm here with the DuPont Pioneer team. So tell us, what are you bringing to the table to help producers manage feed costs?
Feed management is always on a producer's mind.
It sure is. So
created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. This is the America News Network.
Census, the uniformed people in green, police, firefighters, EMTs, and 9/11 dispatchers within our community. We thank them for doing a great job keeping our area clear to live, shop, and raise a family. We realize their job is dangerous and sometimes thankless. This message is from Census, the uniformed people in green. Call 352-2233. They're on the air because they care. Ain't one of the most hired outsourcing companies in America. Census, the uniformed people in Greeley.
Guys, welcome back to Riell Truth. I am still Howard Riell. Mark Dice is one of my favorite guys on video. He walks around asking stupid people questions and then recording on video exactly how stupid they are. And if you don't think stupidity is a big problem in America, it actually is. And ignorance. Now here he is asking people about safe spaces. You've heard this crap. It's on college campuses around the country. Safe space. Don't say anything that'll rattle my emotions. Here Mark Dice is going to show why liberal pinheads are liberal pinheads and what they think about things. Let's listen to this because it's both hilarious and sad at the same time. All right, my friends, listen to what this means. Think about this. If you went on a college campus and said, I like Donald Trump, they'd say, wait a minute, this is a safe space, you can't say that. Students would actually yell out, safe space, safe space. So you can't say you like Donald Trump, but if you go in there with your 18-year-old daughter and say, yeah, my daughter and I are having sex, we love it, liberals are fine with that. Come on in. The water's fine. Join our safe space. That doesn't rattle our cage. Donald Trump, terrible. Incest with your child? Yeah, that's fine. That's liberalism. Do you get it yet? Back to Mark Dice. My friends, do you hear? That's liberal thought. People can do whatever they want. Okay, fine. Let's do whatever we want. So if I see a house, I can walk into it because I want to. There's a man and a woman and their children having dinner, and I say to them, you know what? I really like your wife. I'm taking her with me to a local motel. And he'll say, how can you do that? And so, well, I want to. A liberal just said we should be able to do whatever we want. By the way, I love your flat screen TV. Now it's mine. What do you mean now it's yours? Well, I'm taking it because that's what I want. Do you begin to see the breakdown not only of society, but of human intelligence, of civilization itself? Just do what you want. It's okay, right? Thank God the liberals didn't pick our next president. Back to Mark Dice. You heard what he said, my friends. He got it exactly right. They are children. I don't just mean college students. I don't just mean millennials. I mean liberals are children. Emotionally, intellectually, they are children. And the reason they can't cope with real life is because children can't cope with real life. I don't know. People say to me, what's going on in this country these days? I don't know. I really don't. I know that baby boomers, my generation, probably the worst generation of parents in the history of this country. I don't know what to tell you. We're about to hit a break. When we do, we'll come back. We'll do 4 minutes of news, and then we will be done for the week. Remember, Christmas is coming up, right? Christmas? Riell Truth Stay Angry. You'll find it on Amazon.com. You'll find it on virtualbookworm.com. You'll find it at BarnesandNoble.com. You'll find it just about every place.com. And if you're listening to this show, I'm assuming you like it. Well, if you like this show, you're really going to like this book. You'll recognize it because it's got my mug on the cover. We'll take a break and we'll be back. More Riell Truth ahead.
Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets have gone into the world. By this you will know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit that does not confess that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, which you have already heard was coming and is now already in the world. 1 John 4:1.
No state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque or reprisal, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts, pass any bill of attainder, ex post facto law, or law impairing the obligation of contracts, or grant any title of nobility. Article 1, Section 10.
Piccolo's restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play, and if you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's restaurant in Denver is not only the best Italian and Mexican cuisine, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-757-5166. 303-757-5166. Piccolo. The Elizabeth Locker Plan in Elizabeth reminds our listeners that the drug problem is well documented. We know our kids will be approached at early ages. We want to applaud the youngsters in our community who have had the strength to say no to drugs. They provide examples to their peers and families to be the best they can be. That's from Elizabeth Locker Plant, located at 366 Grant Street in Elizabeth, serving our area since 1943 and specializing in naturalized aged beef and pork and complete custom processing. Call 303-688-2240. That's 303-688-2240.
All right, guys, let's finish the week up strong with some hard news here. Item from the Associated Press. President Barack Obama has nearly ruled out any major last-ditch effort to put pressure on Israel over stalled peace negotiations with the Palestinians, U.S. officials said. Stop. Good. Barack Obama needs to keep a snout out of Israel's affairs. Item from CNN, the Clinton News Network. A college student from Michigan said Wednesday that he's received death threats after being chosen to cast an electoral college vote for his state in December. Stop. My friends, this is what liberals do. They threaten, they intimidate, they slander, they insult. Notice none of the things I just mentioned were think. Item from mrctv.org. Recent government data shows more than two-thirds of the aliens the Barack Obama administration has brought to the United States under the president's Central American Minors Program weren't actually minors at all. To date, more than 10,600 Central Americans from Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador have applied for refugee status or humanitarian parole under the CAM program, State Department said Wednesday. The controversial initiative was launched in December 2014 as part of Obama's executive action on immigrants and was touted as a way to bring alien children, illegal alien children from certain Central American countries to the U.S., unquote. Another government fiasco, my friends. A huge chunk of the children brought into the United States aren't children at all. I'm guessing that makes Barack Obama a schmuck. Item from Breitbart. The University of California has released a set of quote-unquote principles in which it declares it will protect illegal aliens affiliated with the UC system from efforts by the federal government to enforce immigration laws. Stop. So the immigration, the education that students at UC are getting is that you must obey the laws unless you don't want to. Item from Breitbart. Saudi billionaire Prince Walid bin Talal has weighed in on the ongoing debate on women's right to drive, saying, quote, "The time has come to recognize it," unquote. It's hard to drive very far following a clitoral circumcision, though, isn't it? Item also from Breitbart. Immigration to the United Kingdom hit 650,000 before the Brexit vote, its highest ever estimated annual level, jumping by 11,000. Despite the record number, there is still a significant discrepancy between the official migration figures and the number of new national insurance numbers issued to migrants, unquote. In other words, wisdom comes too late. The UK has let in hundreds of thousands of people who hate and will try and destroy it, and those people are acting the way Muslim migrants act. They're conniving, they're going to welfare offices, they're using fake IDs, and they're basically making life hell for the people who are stupid enough to invite them in. Last item from Breitbart. Texas State University students hopped on the collegiate sanctuary campus bandwagon, petitioning their administrative leaders to declare the school a safe haven for illegal alien students, staff, and community members. Stop. My friends, they say there's no cure for stupid, and I hope they're wrong. Because these kids have empty heads. All they know is what the PC police pour into their ears. And so now people come here illegally. They've done nothing wrong. They've broken the law, but they've done nothing wrong. They came here illegally, but they've done nothing. This is what it's like to talk to a liberal. Believe me, I know. I used to be married to it. My God. I think we need to start deporting illegal aliens and liberals. That's my solution. We're done for the week. I'll be back on Monday with more Real Truth, my friends. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay angry. Hasta lumbago.